Are you ready to get from point A to point B in your professional and even your personal life? With his proven 99-day performance accelerator process, this man's no-nonsense approach gets you focused on your real priorities and take the essential actions necessary to your success. International speaker and author of the book, Change Your Life 20 Seconds at a Time. He has coached salespeople and entrepreneurs around the world to achieve tremendous breakthroughs by overcoming obstacles and costly limiting beliefs. Please welcome the man passionate and relentless about you achieving your success, the master of accountability, Mr. Denny Maheux.
Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome to Focus 180 Coaching. And today we're going to be talking about 6 things you should do every single day to be successful. Look, I put number 6. It could have been 13. It could be 22. It could be 3. But in my opinion, it's a 6 thing if you if you're an entrepreneur, business owner, if you are in sales, that's probably going to help you. These things you already know. Some of you already know, some of you already did it, but used to do it and forget about it. So it could be a good refresher. So let's get started right away. So we go straight to it. Well, my name is Denny Maheux. I'm a focus coach. I help people to reach their goal, right? I work with people who are ready to go from point A to point B. Point A usually is where you are. Point B is where you want to be, your dreams, your desires, your vision, your mission, your big why, your purpose, your next big project. And yeah, like I said, there's a lot of people who do this, right? They get up in the morning, they think the same way, they act the same way, behave the same way, week after week, month after month, and years later, they end up in a spot which they don't like really much. If that's you, we need to talk. If you know somebody like that, send them my way. That's exactly what I do. I'll talk a little bit more about my program at the end of this video. And I will recommend also that you stick all the way to the end because I have a mini gift for you. So right now, what I'm going to ask you to do is this. I want you to focus. Focus on what I'm going to be talking. So hopefully you get some kind of paper there, unless you're listening while you're driving or something. Yeah, take some notes if you can, because I'm going to ask you some questions. It would be cool if you in order to help you, you can write the answer. All right, so yeah, like I said, take some note. At the end, I have a free gift. Let's get started. The first one is tip number 1 or thing number 1, invest in yourself. What do I mean by that? Well, the first thing is this. Learn something new about your business every single day. That's very important. I talk to a lot of people, or I coach some people, and they say, Denny, I've been in the business 20, 30 years. I'm pretty good at what I do. I understand that. But there's other people also do the same thing. But what I want you to do is learn more. Learn something about your business, how to become better. Maybe it's the market research. Maybe it's your competition. It could be pricing. It could be sales skills. It could be negotiation skills. It could be anything. So if you do that for, let's say, we're at the beginning of the year right now, we do that all the way down to the end of the year. At the end of the year, you're going to be a lot more knowledgeable, meaning that people love to do business with professional and knowledgeable people. So the more knowledge, the more business you should get. The second thing is this, personal development. Take 15, 20 minutes every single day, and maybe you go on YouTube, watch a YouTube video. Maybe you're going to go to read a 2, 3, 4, 5 page of a book or whatever it is, meditation, visualization. I don't know what works for you, but do something to become a better person day after day after day after day. I'll tell you a little bit more about that in 2 slides, because here's what I'm going to say here. A lot of people want to go from A to B. So I'm going to ask you to write 3 things on your piece of paper. 3 questions: what, who, and how much. Write that down. What, who, and how much. What, meaning, see, before I go on, a lot of people do this. It's the beginning of the year, so people are going to say, oh, I write my goals. So they write their goals, they put them in a mirror, they put them somewhere on a vision board. They don't think about it anymore. I want you to go one step more. So ask this question about your goal. What actions, what activities should I perform every day in order to get that goal faster, right? What knowledge do I need to learn in order to get there? So what action, what activity, and what knowledge? And the who's going to help me to get there. If you want to build anything of value, you're going to need help. You're going to need a team. You're going to need help. It could be a mentor, a coach, it could be a mastermind group, it could be some partners. Find a team. You want to build anything of value, you won't be able to do it alone. You're going to need some people to support you. That's the way it is. So we did the what, the who, now the how much. How much time, how much money, how much energy am I willing to invest to this project? Oh, is it decide 100%? It should be 100%. So I really believe that if you decide just about, you're going to get just about results. For the people that decide 100%, that's what they do. They go for it, right? So I'm here, I'm now. So what, who, and how much? Hopefully that help a little bit. You do that for every single goals that you have, and you're going to have a better chance to reach it. Personal development. Again, here, become more. If you want to make more money, you want to become more. Everything in this world is all about value. In business, it's all about value. So how much value are you able to give to your customer? So the more you know, the better person you become, the better you become at what you do, guess what? The more money you're going to make. It's the law. That's what it is. Tip number 2, that's a big one for most of you, right? Manage your time better. Well, first thing you need to start thinking is, what about the activities I'm doing during the day? If you watch Netflix for 17 hours a week, 3 hours on TikTok, and you watch the news for 10 hours a week, that's 23 hours. And let's say your goal is to write a book. If you would have taken these 23 hours, maybe your book would be published a lot sooner, right? Kind of makes sense. So what do you do? So keep track of your time, maybe. So what activity is important for you in your business? So you get your piece of paper, right? You could be networking, marketing, social media, email, phone call, follow-up, sales presentation, meaning you are doing your actual sales presentation, should be a part of your time. And if you're just starting, maybe it's great content. What am I going to teach? What program am I going to use for my customer? So I can, like I said before, bring more value to the world, to my customers. So hopefully you make a list of your activities and you're going to put them on a schedule. Create a schedule. I'm not talking like in the military schedule, get up at 0600 and do all this and PT and go jogging. No, I'm talking give yourself a chance to succeed right when you're going to do what you're going to do. Maybe on Tuesday afternoon from 2 to 4, you're going to focus more on social media. Maybe early morning, 10, 11 o'clock, you make some calls, whatever it is. Make a schedule so it's going to help you. It doesn't matter if you do it or not. Well, what I mean by that is if you put them on a schedule, you don't do it at the right time, that you write it down, you do it the next day, who cares? At the end of the week, you did it. It's because you had a schedule. Hopefully that makes sense to you. Delegate when possible. When I say delegate, of course, if you have employees, you want to tell them to do this, but there's a lot of people around you who want to help and they're not that busy. So it could be a brother-in-law, it could be a friend, it could be your spouse, it could be your children. You say, hey, little Johnny, I need you to help me out. Can you do this folder or whatever? And we'll go to a movie. Delegate as much as you can. I think it makes sense. And I don't know who wrote that down. Let's say you make $100 an hour doing what you're good at. But you spend so many hours doing 20 or $10 things an hour. So you're losing money. So don't be afraid of delegating and focus on what you're really, really good at, what you're doing. Decrease distraction. I'm not going to talk about it too much. Look at the little graphic there. I think it explains everything. I want you to go to App Store, do some research, and look at some apps. It's going to save you time. I use a Genius Scan, Genius Scan. So it scan my document. I go click, talk, email to me, email to my clients, just like this. I don't waste time scanning and go left, email, just straight to the point. So there's another one also, Calendly. And there's a lot many more. So if you have time, go research. I'm going to challenge you. Take 15 minutes after this video and say, hey, which app should I use? Which app should I use going to save me time? And ask other people. They're going to tell you. Get busy promoting. That's one of the uses. This one and the next one are huge. Get busy promoting. It's very important. I always say, if your neighbors don't know what you do, you have you have a lot of work to do. You need to promote. So you need to do. I mean, you don't need, but everybody on this call should have an elevator pitch. 20-second, 30-second, 1 minute, 2 minutes, and 20 minutes. Same format. The only place where it's going to vary is what you do and how you do it. That's all. But everybody should practice, practice, and practice until it becomes so smooth. When you do an elevator pitch, it should be so good you can change word all around and it's still going to be really, really smooth. That's very important. Why is it important? Because guess what? When you go in front of a group and say, yo, my name is Denny, I'm a coach, people will judge you. It doesn't take long, it takes 5 to 7 seconds. Once you go in the front, you want to look professional. You want to know what you get to sound like you know what you're talking about, right? It takes a little bit of practice. Just take your time at the beginning, write it down, memorize it. Then after a while, you're going to be able to play with it. So practice. How do you promote your business? Take your little piece of paper and write it from 1 to 10. I'm going to give you a couple here that it's not the same for everybody. Everybody is different, right? Marketing, networking, direct mail, email marketing, social media, coupons, maybe, workshop, webinar. I do a lot of those. Press release, podcast. That's a good way to get your name out there. Ask for referral. This is huge. And this is also the one I like is merchandising. Hopefully you understand what I'm saying. It's like when I wear a hat or a t-shirt, they say I buy houses, stuff like that. So people see what you do without talking to them. It's like a car magnet, right? Real estate Denny 101 or whatever. So these are a couple. So write write a bunch of that. And what I want you to put 1, 2, 3 on the top 3. Because everybody's business is different. I'm doing coach. I don't think door to door would be really good for me. Knock on door. Hey, do you need a coach? Yeah, do you think positive? Did you reach your goal? It's not gonna work, right? But it works for other people who does door to door businesses. Good. So next, go to this one. Stay in touch. Oh, number 4. Work on your relationship. Use, right? Stay in touch, and I put here when and how. How. A lot of people don't know how to contact with the people. Should I call them, email, or text? We say, ask them. When you meet them, hey, do you prefer I call you or text you? I'll do that. And they expect you to call. If you say that, you better call them, right? So you say, oh, and when? When usually you can ask them when you want me to call you. I think, in my opinion, it sounds like, you don't know. Usually I call them within 24 hours. So in 24 hours, I call them. If I'm too busy that next day, then I will make sure I will call them 48 hours. And then I will keep track of it. Then I will call them later. Because I got a question for you. Let's say you meet somebody, you got a good connection. You call them a couple of days later, everything goes right, and you don't talk to them for 4 months. Do you think you have the right to call them at 4 or 5 months later and say, hey, try to sell them something? No. You need to keep the relationship going. Always, always, always. All right, so who should we call? So let's start with the key people. Key people, in my opinion, is the people who's going to help you to get better. People who support you. You need a good in your team, right? What do you need? You need an accountant. You may need a lawyer. You might need a mentor. You might have a mastermind group. Anybody who's going to help you to grow. You want to spend time with them. I call them also coffee people. I spend time with my prospect. I'm going to offer them a coffee too, but I will spend time with these people who's going to help, who support me and want me to get better. You see the number 15 here? The number could be 150, it could be 5. I put 15 because for some people, it's what, if you're not used to the phone. And yes, today, some people use text, email, but I got to tell you, phone is still really, really powerful. And I'll tell you what I do in a few minutes. So 15 calls a week. It could be 50 calls on Monday morning, or like me, I do a lot more than 15 calls a week, but with me, I do 5, 10 calls every single day until I reach how many people I want to talk to. So You can do, like I said, you can do a relationship Mondays, every Monday morning or Friday afternoon, I call my people, or you can call people every single day. So you can do 3 call for 5 days. Who are you going to call? Well, you're going to call these people for sure. Say, hey, I'm still doing good. You're going to get, that's very important because relationship is, you need to work on it all the time. It's an ongoing process. You're going to call active relationship. Write that down. That means everybody from your current clients, current prospects, your past clients, people you met before and you never follow up, maybe. You want to start calling these people. And new relationship is the people that you meet day after day at the networking event or when you go somewhere. So what you're going to do, you're going to call this, if you're new at this phone call, you might call 10 people here until you get and only 1 here and 3 here. But eventually you should have the same amount. 3 every day, or 5 every week. I hope that helps. So a lot of people don't do the follow-up. I don't know why. It is such a crime, actually. And a lot of people don't call the people. So when I say calling, it's an unprocessed growing, right? So when you call people, what do you say? Look, you don't have to call and to be selling every time. What I'm doing sometime, because I want to stay in touch with my people, I'm going to call them and say, yo, how are you doing? Do you know why I'm calling you? No, me neither. How you doing? I was just thinking about you. How's business? How's the wife? How's the dog? Or whatever it is. And that's very important to keep the relationship going. I don't do this necessarily to make sure that I'm going to make them my client one day, but I make sure because I got a relationship. And here's what's very important. They might not sign for your product, but they might know somebody who will. And that's the key. I'm not going to say too much about this screen right here, positive people versus toxic people. You want to you want to go with these people more than these people. You want to spend time more with these people and get rid of these people. That's a fact. And I don't remember who wrote that. I read that in a book somewhere. I forgot. Your income will average the 5 people you associate the most 5 years, in the next 5 years. So look around, look who you hang around with. Maybe you want to make some change. It's all up to you, but that's very important. And most people don't pay attention to that too. Tip number 5, control your emotions. That's huge. We'll talk a little bit. First thing I want you to do or not to do is do not compare yourself with anyone. Don't want you to do that. Because as soon as you do this, if the person is above you, there's always somebody going to be better than you. And now you look at this, he creates resistance. I cannot do what he does. I don't speak like he does. Or he's on stage, he does I'm so good, or whatever. It creates resistance. Then it's going to create fear. Then you're going to be paralyzed. You're never going to go forward. It doesn't matter. Everybody is different. Some people are better speaker than others. Some people are better creator than others. It doesn't matter. You are unique. Just go with your dream. You got a dream. You got a vision. Just make sure you do what you're supposed to do every day and forget about anybody else, which brings me to my second slides on this one. Stop worrying about what other people think. It doesn't freaking matter. It doesn't matter. It's what you think is important. This is here. This is your mind, right? It doesn't matter. You go say something in front of a bunch of group. Some people will like you. Some people won't like it, right? And worse, if you don't talk, some people are still going to judge you. So it doesn't matter if you do or you don't. People will judge. So do what you're supposed to do. And don't worry too much about what other people say. All right, this is very important also because we all have good and bad days, right? Especially in yourself, in your on team and everything. So what you're gonna do is say when everything goes right, yes, you can smile. Yes, you say I'm good. Everything is working good. You can brag a little, but don't over brag. Don't overdo it because there's a law in the universe called the law of rhythm. It goes like this: up and down, up and down, up and down. So you're gonna be up sometime. You're gonna be down sometime. You're gonna be number 1 sometime. Sometime you're gonna be number 20. That's the way it is. When you're all the way down and everything's not working, don't be too depressed and discouraged. Just focus on your activities. Note, I really believe this, that if you perform the right activity with the right mindset, if you're accountable, and if you have support, You're going to be all right. There's no way you're not going to reach your goal. The next slide, I want you to take a picture of it. Unless if you're on your phone, just to take a screenshot. This is good. I mean, this tells everything I say. A bad attitude is like a flat tire. If you don't change it, you're not going to go anywhere, or you're not going to go far, right? This is another good one also, because you always have a choice. Every time we have a situation, you have a choice. You can go in a negative way or the positive way, which brings me to this one, and I like it a lot. Again, it's a choice. You're going to select which one. You can select the smiley face, the 50-50 face, let's call it, and the sad face. Anybody knows Mel Robbins? I hope you do. And if you do, I hope you're going to watch that video. She talks about the 5-second rules. She says something like, when you start counting below like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, it creates something on your brain. It makes you focus. So she said, let's say you're in bed in the morning, or you don't want to go to the gym or something. You say, okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, don't think and start moving. But watch the video. I mean, I don't want to explain what she says. She says a really, really good. So it's called the 5-second rules, 5-second window. All right, like I just said, everything is about your choice. Your decision that you make today will affect your future. Just realize that whatever you decide to work or not work today, or you decide to go in one direction and not the other, it's always because, and it's your future, your success. All right, so right now what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you my 3D for your success. The first one is desire. In order for you to reach your goal, you need to desire it. You need to want it. If you want it just about, you're going to get just about results. That makes sense. I mean, hopefully it makes sense to everybody. Desire is number one. The second one is determination, meaning you do what you're supposed to do. And the third one is discipline. So what's the difference between determination and discipline? Determination is I will not give up no matter what's going on. I had that many setbacks. I still keep going and I keep working hard. Discipline is I am focused. I'm focused. I stay. Remember when we talk about the distraction at the beginning? So that's what it is. The discipline is I'm disciplined myself to focus to the activity, to the action, to do what I'm supposed to do. So if you got these 3Ds, you're probably going to get there pretty quickly. If you're not happy with the money you're making right now, there's 3 P's I got for you. The first one is called promote. Promote, promote, promote. You got to promote as much as you can. I'm not selling all the time. I said promote. And then you got to do present. Present is the act of selling on one-on-one or one-to-many, like you're in front of it on stage, right? So you present your product. So if you're not busy promoting, if you're not busy presenting, then you should be busy practicing. See, there's a lot. This is really, really important here. When I say practicing, it's practicing your self-presentation. A lot of people are going to spend a lot of money on website, marketing. They send, business card, pamphlet, and all that beautiful stuff. They spend money in gas. There's going to be time and energy on the phone, emailing, all that to be in front of your customer, your prospect. And once you go there, you didn't practice. You don't really know what to say. You don't know how to build value. You don't know how to overcome objection. You didn't warm up. You don't know you're not 100% ready. I tell you what, if you want to become good in what we do, you need to practice your presentation every single day. If you don't have the time, take a portion of your presentation where you're weak or you need to work at and practice it. When you're driving your car, you can have the scenario, somebody, I don't want to buy your product because I don't have enough money. What are you going to say to that? As a sales pro, as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, you might have to think about it, right? How do you overcome that? I want to finish with this. I'm not finished, but I want to make sure that we understand everything I said today is it goes to this. No change equal no change. If this person right here is really poor, if it doesn't change the way he think, act, and behave, would it be fair to say that 6 years later, he will be in the same spot? Absolutely, and probably worse because of the law of momentum. Same here. This person don't change anything, that person should be still rich. Well, life happened. Sometimes life happened and the mindset goes down and everything, it's all about mindset, right? All right, now if you don't mind, I'm going to tell you exactly what I do for the next 2 minutes. I got two programs. I got the 99-day programs where we talk about mindset, habit, and behavior. Not 2 days, 99 days that I work with you. So the first 3 days we work on your vision, your mission, your short-term, mid-term, long-term goals. We want to know where you're going. On the first month, first 30 days, which is the same for everybody, it's I call it, you get to know you more, and I get to know you a little. It's our awareness month. So what I mean by that is you have a little bit of homework to do in the morning, a little bit of homework to do in the evening, 5 minutes each. Would it be fair? Would it be okay with you to do a little bit of homework in the morning and the evening? So at the end of 99 days, you're on your way to get your goal, your project or something? Absolutely. Most people say yes. So this is the same for everybody. On this one, month number 2, we're going to select one habit that's going to help you to elevate your success and get where you want to go faster. I'm going to select 1 or 2 habits that's going to, that we're going to remove, that slows you down so you can reach your goal faster. On month number 3, it's all about mindset. Here's what we think about. Sorry, we are going to talk about limiting beliefs. We are going to talk about the universal laws and all the beautiful stuff that's going to help you here to reach where you want to go. The second program is this. I call it the accountability program. The accountability program is for the people who have a pretty good vision, they know where they're going, have a pretty good mindset, but they still have some issues to get the job done. I wrote a book, so if you want that book, you can take a picture of this, a scan of this, and you're going to go right there. It changed your life 20 seconds. This book is pretty direct, like I speak. It's pretty straightforward. It's 85-page long, really, really good content. It's pretty much life-changing. A lot of people like it and change your life just by reading this. So it's $9.99 on Kindle and $19.99 on a paperback. So if you want to do this, just pause the video, scan this, and you're going to be able to get there. Since you're watching this on the Focus 180 Coaching YouTube, why don't you push the subscribe button and also the little bell so every time I do a video, you have access to it. So for anybody, if you're still listening to me, well, thank you very much. If you do this, if you text the word prosperity at 26786, prosperity at 26786, I'm going to give you an hour of my time where we are going to, I'm going to ask you some questions and we're going to make a mini plan so you can reach one of your goals faster, quicker, further. This is on Zoom. This is not face-to-face. It's really powerful, makes you think a little bit, but there's a lot of value. So if you're ready for doing this, text 26786. I'm sorry, text prosperity at 26786. Next thing I want to say, I got a free gift for you guys, and this is it. If you just, again, scan this, it's going to give you, go straight to a page on my LinkedIn, and the first thing on the top is a PDF. It says the 7 steps to reach your goal faster. If you go there, you need to print it out and you need to read it and do the exercise. I guarantee you it works for personal and professional goals. I think we're done. So the only thing I want to say is thank you very much for listening to me for that. And if you have any question, if you have any comments, you can put a comment there. And I'm going to ask you if you think anybody else will benefit from this, please share the video. There's a lot of value into it. It's a good refresher. So I'm going to let you go and say one thing before I go. See ya and stay focused on what you really, really, really want. See ya.